The first time I held a guitar in my life, I broke it. But that did not stop me from learning how to play the bass guitar many years later. This is the first time I'm sharing this publicly. Let me tell you the story. This happened when I was about 9 years or 10 years old. And I remember we were in a particular church in Iba New Site. The name of this church is Christ Love. I don't know if the church is still in Iba New Site. They brought a music teacher and he came with an acoustic guitar. The church already had a keyboard. They had invited all the kids who wanted to learn music to come for this particular rehearsal day or music learning day. He came all the way from Alagbado to teach us how to play the guitar and how to play the keyboard. On that particular day, he was teaching us, showing us the basics of the musical instrument. Since it was the very first day that we were all seeing it, I was very excited. We were sitting in a round, kind of like a round table, right? Or a round place. The teacher was there. There was a board. I remember it so vividly. I wonder how I'm able to even remember all of these details. And I remember somewhere along the line, I was trying to touch the acoustic guitar. Now, if you know anything about an acoustic guitar, you know that if it falls down, it has a very strong possibility that it's going to break. I tried to touch the guitar, and while I touched the guitar, I pushed it off the white chair, and suddenly the guitar hit the ground. It was like as if my heart went with the guitar. I felt so terrible, as in I felt so bad. Funny enough, that brother did not complain. He just took the guitar and then I apologized and he said it was fine. And I left. And I'm not sure I played the guitar for another 5 years because of that particular experience. But I always knew that I was going to be a musician. Fast forward to a couple of years later, I then, joined a local church. Somebody bought the church a bass guitar, a lead guitar, and there was nobody to play the guitar. I had a couple of friends who were already doing music at the time, and I just picked up the guitar, took it home, and then met some of my friends to teach me, and that's how I began to play the bass guitar. Who would have thought that one day, me, the same guy who broke somebody else's guitar, will go ahead to learn how to play the bass guitar, play music, play a lot of events. There's a stronger probability that you're going to fail the first time you try to do something. But it is important for you not to allow that mistake define you. If I had allowed the mistake define me and I stopped playing music altogether, I wouldn't have had the privilege of doing music. I wouldn't have had the privilege of connecting with some of the most amazing people that I met during my course or during my time as a musician. I believe that it was one of the best seasons of my life. Of course, I still have better seasons ahead, but I really, really enjoyed my time as a musician. All right, guys, see you guys on the next video. Bye.